We've made it, disc golf fans, to the final round of the 2025 Discraft's CCR Open, fueled by Great Lakes Disc. This is a Disc Golf Pro Tour Q-Series event. We're at Burchfield Park. We're going to be at the Devil's Den, Renegades Trail, one last time. Thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. My name is Chris German. We have PJ Barth one last time for this event. Shout out Hampton Inn for sponsoring this coverage and making this coverage possible. PJ, we've seen some heaters so far from Silas, and now he has a pretty sizable lead. 6 strokes.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for people to catch up to him, but, you know, on this sort of birdie or die type of course for the pros, anything can happen, really. You know, you miss a couple and you know at least someone's getting a couple, and there's 4 people within 7 strokes now.
Yeah, even John Borzik on chase card could make a push. We're going to move into hole 1, 354-foot, par 3. It's going to be a blind one here. You're going to see big spike hyzers. Try to land inside the circle.
We'll probably see a forehand roller out of Marwede again.
Yeah, we're ready for this one.
Yeah.
So Silas had a 1083 rated, and then he was in the 1075, I believe, in the second one, tying the course record at River's Edge, and has really executed almost every form of his game and every shot at this point. Only a couple blemishes for the tournament.
Looks like the big towering hyzer.
A little too towering there. It's going to roll down a little, but should be no problem for a 3.
Got Luke here. He was kind of keeping pace the first round. I hesitate to say struggled a little bit on the second round. He threw quite a decent round at 11 under par, but it's tough when you're comparing it to Silas.
Yeah, I felt like he was missing some out there and could have been right there with Silas with a couple good breaks and a couple made putts. And he's going to show right there. He's well inside the circle. Looking at birdie, trying to grab a stroke here on hole 1.
Yeah, most likely a chance to grab one on Silas right off the bat.
We got Marwede setting up that forehand roller that you mentioned. I thought he was going to go big Anheuser forehand when I first saw him in round 1. And then when I saw it hit the ground, I was like, oh, that actually makes great sense. It's perfect. It's about where he landed last time.
Yeah,
Circle 2.
A long look, which is really, you know, if I were going to give a long look to someone and trust that they'll make it, it'd be Marwede.
Oh, yeah. Jake Monn kept himself on our coverage after shooting double digits in round 2. He's going to go big hyzer as well, and I just don't think it has the distance. Yeah. In that circle 2 land.
Definitely wanted that one. Gives him not too long of a comebacker.
No birdie here for Marwede to start his round. Jake, the last chance from outside the circle for the guys. Oh.
Right on line, just a little short.
Yep, as expected, Luke in there. Getting his birdie. He was one of 6 birdies on the day. Only 7% of the field. Grabbing a birdie here. It's the 4th hardest hole. That was very close to spitting out.
Yeah, soft, low, dead center, and still was trying to worm its way out of the basket there.
A little warmer today than the other days. Maybe 10 degrees from what we saw on feature card.
Hole 2, 600 feet, par 4. Throwing a right finishing shot through this gap about here, and then you have a left finishing approach to the green. Fairly simple hole. Looks like Luke's going with the forehand.
It can get tricky for you. We saw Silas actually reach the trees on a mash and had to get tricky. We also saw, I think it was Luke went down the left side in round 1. So if for whatever reason you catch an early tree or you throw it too far, could make it a little difficult for you. This is looking a little better from Silas in terms of placement.
Yeah, he might have disc down, or at the very least threw a flippier disc than he did on Friday.
He's going to be in the tall grass, but he's going to be looking. You're going to be able to see the basket from over there where Marwede is here. Still blind on that second shot. You just have to trust the flare skip.
Yeah, great drives from everyone. They should all have a relatively easy backhand hyzer approach.
Jake Monn doing just that, getting that movement on the ground and putting them right at the edge of bullseye.
Marwede's been doing pretty well with these backhand approaches, and it doesn't stop there. It's a nice shot.
Yeah, I mentioned round 1. His backhand has gotten significantly better over the past couple of years. Trusting it more. Luke trusting his there. He's got a tap in birdie, and Silas the last one to try to put it in the circle. Yeah, it's stable enough. A little softer bid. No problem.
And with that make, we're most likely looking at a star frame.
Marwede on the board. It's 45% of the field grab birdie here. This is a good star frame for the guys. The one that should happen. It should be achievable if we're out here racing for birdies.
Yeah, if you miss this one, you feel it.
Love to see it as we're going to move into hole 3, one of the harder holes on the course. 810-foot par 4. Plenty of distance. You got to miss these trees on your first shot, land about where the drone is now, but a lot of danger where OB wraps the entire green long and to the right side.
Luke had a bomb on this on Friday.
Looks like he's going to hang out on the left side and work the fairway over to the right. And I think that's even better. I think you're just further back because you were expecting it.
Yeah, that's at least comparable.
Wow.
He's got the ability to get birdie from there, whereas right there for Silas is maybe a bit far back. He could get aggressive, but with the OB by the basket, you really want a perfect drive to risk the birdie.
And then at that point, you're just kind of throwing it towards the mouth. And then you have a long look at it. 50 feet or so is Andrew's a little far. We'll see if he gets aggressive.
Yeah, I think he can get aggressive from there, but once again, getting aggressive from all the way back there has
which he found OB in the first round. He went early right, if I remember.
Yeah, I don't think his drive was as far up as this round, but we'll see what he does now.
Yeah, Silas. Hyzer flipping a shot, and yeah, that's kind of what I expect. You kind of land near that tree.
Yeah, that's about what he did last time as well, but he didn't leak out to the left this time. He's got a long look at it now.
Marwede's setting up to really get there, throwing the forehand in the. Oh no, turns over,
and he bombs it long. I don't think he was thinking he would go OB long, of all things. I think that's why he threw such a flippy disc. He just didn't want to end up OB right like he did before.
Jake unable to get one there as well.
That seems a little high.
A little right, too. And barely stays in bounds.
Yeah, he gets a meter off the OB. Little
Fortunate there.
25-footer maybe. It's a great shot.
Jake's going to be fine with his par there. This is Marwede for his par. You know he's going to give it a bid. And
he thought he made that.
wow, I thought he made it. What we expect to hear from Silas. Head of circle 2 and Luke for the lone birdie.
Ooh.
Weak side splashing out. So this was the second hardest hole, PJ. It only saw 8 birdies on the day.
More than hole 1. Wow.
Yeah. It's 9% of the field. 0.34 over par. So one of the few holes here playing over par.
You can definitely see why.
TeamDiscraft.com, your ultimate destination for exclusive player-inspired releases, collaborations, and collections. Discover limited edition discs, apparel, and accessories you won't find anywhere else. TeamDiscraft.com brings you the gear you need for the ultimate fan shopping experience. Don't miss out on these one-of-a-kind items. Shop today and rep your favorite team.
Hole 4, 364 feet, par 3. Have a slightly left to right moving shot here to the basket, but really you just want to throw it straight down this tunnel. Looks like Luke's going with the forehand. Slight flex out of the hand.
Oh, yeah.
Puts it close.
That works out good.
Silas, as expected, going with the backhand turnover.
He hit that same tree last time and saw almost the same reaction.
Yeah, just a very slight
Right.
redirection maybe.
Boop, just a little bit.
Yeah, it just stops the disc from going
He even
up.
said something. He was like, that was a deja vu or something like that. It's very identical to round 1.
One could say he's pretty consistent this weekend.
Yeah, hitting the same branches on a tree as he parks it. It's like, what more can you ask for? That's going to be a little short and right there for Jake.
Yeah, that's actually a little longer than it looks. I think that's outside circle. Marwede.
This flips up nice. Yeah, it should be just fine.
Yeah, getting around the corner. Puts
Excellent
it
shot.
inside his range.
We saw Marwede go big hyzer, kind of over the OB. Gossage, sorry, in round 1. I guess if you have the power, you can do that. But I think just hitting this gap.
Yeah.
Seems like a play. I don't know. If you had the power, would you do that?
If there was no wind, I think it is the play. If I were, throwing lefty backhand or had a huge forehand like Gossage. And everyone cleaning up here.
Bounce back from Marwede.
Jake feeling a little left out, but I'm sure he'll get his birdies soon.
You weren't invited to the birdie party? We're moving to hole 5. This one you can grab a birdie on. 404-foot par 3. This one's a big righty backhand, big hyzer shot. You want to either crash into that back tree or throw it a little shorter. Park the holes we saw Marwede do in round 1.
And that would qualify as a big hyzer.
You don't say. Dropping it inside 20 feet.
Making the correction from first round where everyone throwing the big hyzer was going long.
Yeah, they're throwing them so high in the air, my camera's struggling to even keep focus on them. Jeez. Silas.
Putting it right under the basket. Last time Marwede took a straighter shot approach. Looks like he's doing that again.
He hugs the left side a little more.
Oh,
That one gets caught up, actually.
yeah, that actually might have turned over a little bit. Hard to see the blue disc in the blue sky, but ends up pretty far right. Jake throws this pretty far right.
Yeah, this needs to crash in, and yeah. Circle 2.
Yeah, not
Well within his range.
a bad spot. Marwede all the way from circle 2.
What?
Cashes it with the
Oh,
falling
that was so epic.
straddle.
Oh, Andrew Marwede for the birdie.
Harding it.
Like, out of the hand, it's one of those shots you, like, knew it was going in.
Just
Right.
perfect.
Yeah, right in the breadbasket. Jake Monn. We're about to see ourselves a star frame on the 5th.
Yeah, not to be overlooked. That was also a pretty long putt for Jake.
Yeah, 45 or so.
Got a driving clinic and a putting clinic all in one hole.
Yeah, seriously. Clip this hole, folks.
Hole 6, 1,001 feet, par 5. We're going to try to land out over here, a bit to the left, and then take the left side fairway as it's more open, all the way down here, and throw your approach, or maybe a long eagle putt, all the way to the basket.
Yeah, this one is long.
Luke getting aggressive. Hyzer flip that doesn't quite stand all the way up.
Yeah, you want to get, I was about to say right, but left off the tee.
Yeah, he doesn't get maybe as far left as he wanted, but he is way far up there.
Yeah, much further than the first round. As this is a little bit more what you see. Hyzer that stalls out a little bit, crashes in a little more left, but he's 100 feet, probably further back than Luke.
Yeah, he'll probably have a
Whoa.
better angle, but
Okay.
Ooh. Getting past the trees, no
Wow.
problem, right?
No,
Right where
no.
you want to be.
That doesn't make you hold your breath as you think you're about to clip that tree.
Oh man, yeah, you really want distance on this drive.
And I feel like it's hard to get the distance. That's kind of where we expect everyone to get to.
All right, let's see. Marwede can put himself in a decent position.
Yeah, he got stuck behind that tree last time. This one's a little shorter, but he's not stuck behind that tree there on the left of the screen. So
Yeah, it might be a little easier. It might be about the same from back there.
this is cruising to the right too much. This needs to sit down.
And
It does.
it does. You barely see that spectator off to the right holding his hands up. Oh, it's safe.
You know what I like about this hole is it doesn't come too much into play for these guys, but the sand bunker OB in the middle. Wow, Silas, he just missed that last tree. That's in circle 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just love this dirt path here, or I shouldn't say path, but the sand bunker that's over here.
Yeah, it makes you have to choose carefully.
Yeah, and for someone that doesn't throw as far or as good as these guys, when I play this course, it's nice because sometimes I end up a little more to the right, and I kind of have to throw over it or near it. So
Yeah, really picking and choosing your battles on this hole.
yeah,
And Jake kind of has this wide
Wow.
open backhand on the right side.
and he misses the trees. It's going to scoot on up, and he has a chance for birdie.
Yeah, that's really not a bad spot to be. I wonder if he was doing that on purpose, if that's his play.
Marwede getting caught up. He's going to be in circle 2 looking for birdie.
Silas just clips the branch. You know, not a tap in, but the way he's been putting should be easy enough.
This took Luke a minute. It was definitely a tricky lie from in there, and he executes
Yeah, I feel like I overheard him saying something about how hard it was.
Yeah, it was tough. As Marwede felt like he was more than halfway down to the basket before he even hit the chains.
Yeah, he threw that how he wanted. Just didn't quite stick.
Turkey for Silas. That's how you win a tournament. You just got to keep pace. Final day. Jake in there for 2 in a row.
Luke with the nice birdie save.
At Discraft, we don't wait to see what the future holds. We build it. The future is in your hands.
I want to give a shout out to Frank Smith. He grabbed the Eagle 3 on hole 6. Forgot to mention that. As we move into hole 7, this one is probably even harder. This is 830-foot par 4. We have OB down the left side the entire way, right side the entire way, until we get to the mouth of the woods over there. But Luke has shown me that there's a lot more to the right. It kind of opens up a little bit, and you can throw this big turnover shot and not really risk OB as you see it way over there.
Yeah, the tee shot is actually pointing towards the left out of bounds, so you can really move the disc off to the right.
This is a little nose up, and this is heading towards that OB as Silas was saved in round 1, and
not this time.
Going to find the OB now.
That's likely an instant bogey on this hole.
Oh, no. That's a tough par save, honestly, from back there, too.
Yeah, it's more doable than where Silas is, at least.
For sure.
Marwede, and you'll really see how much room is on the right there. He actually catches that tree, but I think he might have stayed in bounds.
Yeah, I think he dropped right near that tree. This is an excellent pull from Jake. Full flight, making you turn, getting down there. Par well within reach. And this is so unfortunate.
Looks like...
Oh, that's fading right, and actually finds the OB right, which is not found too often from these guys. So
yeah, tough to keep the disc in the middle, throwing that low, controlling the angle.
Yeah, with that lie. And the OB kind of stops where those evergreens are there. So then if you end up a little left, you don't have to worry about OB on the end of this flight.
Yeah, you just have to worry about being cut off from the gap.
Yeah, like that from Luke. He's in bounds, but severely cut off.
Jake.
Come on, Jake.
This approach hits the
yes.
gap perfect.
It's going to be an easy par save, and from back there, that is very impressive.
Let's see if Marwede can save his bogey here.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, almost. That hit. I clipped the koozie.
Yeah.
Silas having to go forehand roller. Interesting. Catching that tree. He's inside the circle. Where Luke shows us the jump putt approach, and that seemed to work out, and he was a little more pinched.
Yeah, more pinched, but also closer, so he could take that inside
The
there.
inside gap.
I don't think Silas was inside the circle for that, but...
That was definitely outside.
Ooh, sneaks it in for the double bogey. I mean, he's still got 3 strokes on Luke here.
Doesn't feel good, but it's not catastrophic to the round yet. So if he just knowing you can get a birdie on 8 and 9 and
he's
get back on the birdie train.
He's through the hardest holes on the course at this point. So, as long as he is able to keep steady from here on out.
Yeah, this one was very much the hardest hole. There was only 1 birdie. Shout out Harry Chase. The only 3 on the day. Toughest hole.
Hole 8, 230 feet, par 3. Can either go down this right side or more inside line. hit your gap on hyzer, put it under the basket.
Yeah, you got the inside route and the outside route. We're going to see inside here from Luke. Works just fine. Put yourself inside the circle.
Jake going the outside route.
Need a bigger flare skip, but you should be able to get something just as close.
And then he does. Missing all the trees. Here's
And then I like this for Marwede. He goes inside forehand and somehow does not hit that big tree and gets all the way to the top of the hill and has to make a circle 2 look.
Yeah, it looked like a little low, a little less turned over than he wanted, but works out.
Look at that, 50-50 on this one. And Silas getting himself circle edge. Yes. Bounce back, Marwede.
Just outside the circle, no problem.
I mean, you always kind of expect those to go in. He's so locked in from that distance.
Yeah, it feels like his arm reaches halfway into
Yeah.
the basket.
Over here looking like Inspector Gadget. Nose down putt there for Silas. Gets the bounce back he needed.
Yeah, and this is one that you can definitely just clip a tree, have a long look behind some trees, but clutch for him to get the birdie on this.
And Luke, maybe 17 feet or so for his birdie and give us another star frame count it.
Yeah, clutch as well. 6 under through 8 holes. Moving as fast as he can towards Silas.
Yeah, I was literally just about to mention that. So we're going to move into hole 9. Last hole here on the front 9. Par 4, 492. This one is all about placement on the first shot. I think the more left you end up, you have a straighter shot. To the right, you can kind of righty forehand hyzer in there. But if you go too long, it does pinch you off. So all about distance and placement. You can get really aggressive and try to get to the mouth of the gap, which is kind of what Luke did there, but he's to the right.
Yeah, that'll be cut off. Maybe only a bit because he's so close.
Yeah, it's like you choose distance or you choose placement. He chose distance on that one. This was probably a little more right than Jake wanted. It's probably a little scary.
Yeah, it's pretty low for how right he threw that. Marwede, this is your standard
Yeah, a little
hyzer.
better there. He's far enough back where it doesn't really cut off the angle as much. It's okay to be right.
And he likes the forehand approach, so I think that'll be fine being that far right.
And this should be almost a straight approach here for Silas, yeah.
Yeah,
So we go backhand,
slight anhyzer, something a bit stable.
just like that.
No problem. Going down the left side here, through the trees.
Making U-turn.
Yeah.
It's going to be in the trees. Actually went a little deeper than I thought.
Yeah, he's got kind of a hyzer putt there.
And then Jake so far right, he said, all right, well, I'm just going to go hyzer over the trees, which you don't see that often. And boop, there it is.
Yeah. Ends up edge of circle maybe.
Jeez. To be able to throw hyzers over trees. Then this looks like what was that, a tomahawk? That was
Yeah.
an overhand of some sort.
Yeah, tomahawk with a pretty overstable disc. Puts him inside the circle. Jake and Luke getting creative here. Let's see if they can cash the putts. Just off the front cage there for Jake. See if Luke can make his.
Yes. And I love the word creativity, and I think that's something that disc golf needs to embrace, is we're all taking different ways to getting there, and it allows us to be creative in the types of shots we throw, the discs we throw. Just think it's a good thing to remember in the game,
Yeah.
just to be creative and not always count the numbers and the scores, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're in a tournament, obviously, with A tier here. These guys are playing for something, but that's a different story, as Silas should be able to clean up a birdie here as well.
Yeah, I think Marwede and Luke are happy to count the numbers on this hole. 1, 2, 3, it's a birdie.
That's going to finish this up. Forgot this was the end of the front nine. Luke Taylor really putting them together. 7 under through 9. Cut that lead in half on Silas, making it interesting for these final 9 holes. Zachary Nash 11 down, making a push. Good to see Harry Chase, Aaron Gossage, a couple other familiar names. So we want to give a shout out to Hampton Inn and Suites for sponsoring this coverage. If you're in the Lansing area, make sure to check them out. And PJ, we got 9 more holes, bud. And we're going to crown ourselves a CCR Open champion.
I'm excited.
See you on the next one.